there's nobody on either side of this debate that's sitting there going, yeah, we don't want healthcare to change. Almost everyone's sitting there going, we know it's going to change.
Yeah, but my point that I've made to you before, which I still very strongly feel, is there's just so much that non-healthcare examples can then be applied to healthcare. And that's not a Luddite, and that's not a defensive posture. And I think we're having those kinds of conversations. Millennials are used to having this, that, all at the touch of their button, so they're going to want it for healthcare. Some of it's true, but you see these examples already starting. Some of it is probably slowed down more by the funding models than anything else, not a desire to do it. But a lot of it, I argue, is just not that transferable to healthcare. And that's where we need to be a little careful that the fear of missing out, the desire to not look like a Luddite, the need to always show the cutting edge. Healthcare is different. And by the way, it's not dissimilar in some of the other work I do around academic IT support. The idea of the flipped classroom, the idea that you can see a video and then go to classroom to do your homework is an interesting idea. And in some areas in education, that is happening and happening more and more. But that doesn't mean that all education now gets flipped. It's just part of and where it makes sense to do it. And what kind of education you're talking about. Very high-level graduate education requires a very different type than technical training. And so we have to be careful with when we talk about consumerism, and there's an app for it. When I say, how are you going to do it? How are you going to pay for it? How are you going to secure it? I would also add, and what problem are you really solving with it?
Right.
That is really amenable to that technology or that patient expectation.